Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
Like we always say, we're so happy to have you guys back at our channel. Today we're going to be talking about how we met.
Thank you guys so much for watching us and for watching this video. We're going to talk about how did we meet.
How did we meet?
How did we? I'm very happy that you asked me this question. So honestly, we met through online dating. It's one of these online dating apps that you guys are familiar with. We're not going to say the names. It's not like an app for hooking up or something like that. It's
something innocent and professional, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit more professional. So for me, how I found out about the app is I have a cousin lives in Switzerland. He told me about this app many years ago. I did sign up for it back then, and I did not really like it. It was completely different from what I expected. So I decided to close it.
Is it the kind of woman that you came across?
Mostly that, and then not many people actually that I share common interest with. Seemed like a completely different set of people than what I expected.
Okay.
But anyways, a few years later, back in 2017 in summertime, I decided, hey, I'm gonna give it one more chance. So I signed up again, and then this time, I'm scrolling through millions of women or hundreds of women, I guess. I'm like, this, I see my wife picture, and I'm like, this person looks like, innocent, beautiful.
Aww.
So I went to the page. Not much information was on there.
Actually, I didn't have any information.
Yeah.
I only had my name, my last name,
and
a picture. Help me! You kind of you're telling the viewers that you based your judgment off of a picture.
Yeah, it's the first impression. One of these pictures. You think that she looks really beautiful. She seems like she's a good person. So I'm gonna message her. Mm-hmm. So I just said, hey, how are you? Something along these lines. Nothing like a pickup line or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it was a few days of waiting until she responded. How was your experience? Why did you sign up for this website?
Actually, it was my friend who signed me up. She knew about this dating app, and she's like, I know it's going to be fun for you. You'll meet a lot of people, just have conversations with them. I was against it because it's not that I have anything against the dating app. I just was so scared that some of my family members would see it and say, like, why are you there? It just was kind of embarrassing. But then after she told me about it and how good it is and respectful it is, I was like, okay, sign me up. And once she did, I did not put any information like I just said. I only had my name and my picture, and I had the wrong location, by the way.
Yep. So obviously when I signed up, I had to filter. I live on the West Coast in Oregon. So I filtered in that region, right? And then my wife, her profile said California. I'm like, okay, this is drivable. I can take a car and go there. But
no,
then
I was in Houston.
She actually lived in Texas. So she wouldn't have been on my filter to begin with, but...
See, that's how things happen for a reason.
Yep.
I mean, why would I choose to put it to be set for California?
Yeah. It's okay to lie sometimes.
Yeah. So I completely forgot about it because like I said, I was kind of embarrassed. So days go by, and this one morning I wake up, I'm like, I just remember that I have this app. Maybe I'll just make myself a cup of coffee and just read those messages. I had so many messages because I haven't opened it in 2 months or so. So I was scrolling down the messages, and then I stopped at this guy because it was him. His message was completely different than any guy who texted me.
It was just, hey, how are you?
It was no, because they were all trying to pick me up with lines like, hey, sexy, hey, beautiful, I want to talk to you. He sounded so genuine, so innocent. He really
I am a genuine person. You won the lottery, This is a very good deal.
He's a nice guy. He asked for my permission to talk to me, and I was like, oh, wow, I really want to talk to this guy. So I accepted the message, responded back. I think I was a day late by responding back to her.
Yeah, I waited so long, I was like, time is clicking, I got to move on, this other woman is right there.
No!
My mom is pressuring me, Anyway.
So yeah, I responded and we started talking. We took it from there.
Yeah, so definitely very thankful for giving this website a second chance, and Absolutely. For my wife signing up for it as well.
And
thank you for listening to your friend.
Yeah. Thank you so much for signing me up for it. I found my husband.
A few weeks later, we talked for many weeks and phone calls, texting, FaceTime, and all that. And then, I decided I want to take it to the next step. I would like to meet this woman face to face. So sometime in October, I booked my ticket and I decided that, hey, I'm going to fly to Houston and meet this person face to face. And when I went there, I wanted to make a very good impression. So, shaved my beard, I got new clothes, I rented a car, my friend hooked me up, he works in a rental car company, so he got me the upgrade. It was a red sports car, all fancy stuff. And then I showed up there, the very first time that we meet, it was in a restaurant parking lot.
Yeah, so actually I want to point out, so I came to meet him at the restaurant, so right leading up to the meeting, I was just so nervous, so scared. I actually remember crying because something felt so different about him, and just meeting him for the first time. Like, deep down in my heart, I knew that he was the one, and I knew the fact that I was gonna go meet up with my husband, not my boyfriend, not the guy that I'm talking to, but I'm gonna be meeting my soon-to-be husband. It was so scary, like, just the feeling. I see him park his car, and I park my car. And as I was walking to him, my heart skipped a beat. Like, I genuinely fell in love at that point. Like, a month later of talking, I fell in love. And I knew that I loved you at that very moment. Continue.
For me, it was like when I saw this woman come out of her car, I was like, oh shit, I hope this woman likes you. She's so damn hot, like, what the hell? So I was, after being comfortable, I was so nervous because now this person is actually met all the expectations, and she's more beautiful than what I thought it would be, what I thought she would be. I'm like, okay, now I have to calm down and try to impress her and be myself. So yeah, we went to have the dinner, and when we had our food ordered and came on. The very first bite out of her plate she fed me was the fork. Like, oh, this is the moment when I knew this is my wife. When a woman feeds you,
the secret to a man's heart is his stomach.
Yeah. So when you see a woman feed you, grab that woman and take her home. Take her to the hospital, to her dad, and ask for her hand.
Take her home.
So that was my moment. When I knew that this is the right person.
So yeah, we finished dinner, and then I took him to my favorite spot. So we have a lake near our house where I live. Sometimes when I'm upset, happy, whatever, I like to drive over there and just stay on my own, listen to the water, the birds, and I took him there.
It's close to the NASA Space Center
Space Center,
Texas.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. So we parked our car, and then we got out. He held my hand and said, I want to marry you. I was shocked. Because
no, I said I love you.
No, you said I want to marry you.
I said I love you. No, until this day we argue about what did I say.
Till this day we argue about it, because I did tell you, I thought you were going to say I love you. You caught me off guard and said I want to marry you.
Because first thing you say is I love you, then love you leads to marriage, but not the other way around.
He skipped the I love you part. Trust me. But anyways.
Whatever it is, it worked out, obviously.
I said yes. I did not think twice about it. I knew I wanted him, and I was just so happy to know that he wanted me as equal. Yeah, so yes.
Yeah, so it was definitely a very memorable night. The lake was very dark, and I did not see anything. But yeah, I saw what I wanted to see this night. It's definitely very memorable, and I'm thankful that I took this decision to go to Texas.
Yes. So we spent an amazing weekend together. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of activities planned together, and it was time for him to go back to Oregon.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's when it went south. The next day after he arrived back to Oregon, I called him and I was crying. I was literally like crying. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this. It was going to be long distance. I don't know how it's going to work. And I was just freaking out. He freaked out because he was at work and you had to just get out and get the call.
I stepped out of my work and then, and Sarah called me. I was like, I don't know if it's going to work out. And in my head, or any guy's head, like, what the hell did I do? You know, was my pants too tight? Was my hair not the right haircut? What the hell happened? So I freaked out, and then she was crying on the phone, and I'm trying to calm her. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. You know, we're gonna see each other again. There's nothing to cry about.
Because we had such an amazing weekend together, and it was such an amazing experience, something that I've never experienced before.
Yeah.
Then you go back, and I'm like, oh my God, it's not going to work now because he's far away, I'm far away, and all we have is like texting and FaceTime.
So at that point, you know, my freaking out measurement went from 0 to 120. So you know, we talked obviously more, but then I told my parents, hey, we got to seal the deal. Take this woman or leave it, you know. So my parents live in Egypt, her parents live in Jordan. I'm in Oregon, she's in Texas, so
We're
4 different
separated.
places. So for us and how our culture works is that my father or my family needs to ask her families for my wife's hand. So I told my family in Egypt all the story. They knew about it before.
Better hurry up.
Yeah.
Better hurry up.
So I told them we need to ask for this woman's hand. So my parents actually, they flew to Jordan to meet Ansar's
And you had
parents.
just told them about me, right? Like it was only a couple.
I kind of gave them heads up like a month before that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely a surprise and very quick for them to book a ticket and go to Jordan. Egypt to Jordan is maybe like an hour flight. It's not too far. So yeah, they ended up going. This was around Christmas time. And they officially asked for Ansar's hand.
Mark, that I was in Houston and he was in Oregon.
Yeah.
My parents and his parents are gathered up together, and they're
In Jordan.
officially in Jordan, officially asking for my hand. So technically, I'm getting engaged, but not wearing the ring yet.
Yep.
And I'm not attending my
It's
own
all legal.
engagement, kind of.
You can get engaged that way. It's all legal. You know, everything is
I
online
was
now.
on the phone with my mom. She's like, "Are you sure you want him? Is he the right man for you?" I was like, "Mom, yes, he is." And then she's like, "Okay, go ahead. Let's continue with that."
I was in the middle of work. I'm like, come on, guys. You know, I have to go back to work before they kick me out.
So it's a fun experience. Yeah.
So we got engaged. It was a couple of days before Christmas, and then you know, I went to Texas again on Christmas Day. And this is when we had our celebration for getting
engaged.
engaged.
That's when he got on one knee.
Yep. Yeah, it's not only like an American thing but a Western thing. It happens sometimes in the Middle East and Arabic cultures. I did get down on that one knee. I do not regret it. But yeah, it's definitely a good experience.
We got married.
Yeah, and then this was on Christmas. 8 months later, on August 12th. We did get married in Egypt.
Oh, our anniversary is coming up. It's coming up in a
couple
of days.
Yeah, so we have
see what
something
he has
coming
planned
up.
for me.
I've got the whole world planned.
We'll see. It's only a couple
some
days
Safeway
away.
chicken. And no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we have our anniversary coming up, so we'll definitely have something planned. But yeah, here we are today. And definitely don't fear the long distance part of online dating. You know, if you find someone that's a couple of states away or a country away, don't let that be a barrier. Hey, I'm not going to talk to that person. No, give it a shot. Long distance in general comes with its own challenges, but at the end of the day, I think
it makes you respect that person a lot more because you've gotten to a common ground of just both equally respecting each other and know a lot about each other because all you have is texting and FaceTime really, and
And the more you talk to the person, texting, phone calls, FaceTime, whatever it is, it's like more time to getting to know that person versus, you know, face to face. Sometimes it gets awkward and all that. It's the best example I usually give is like, it's like reading the book. You know, I read the book, I love this book. I'm already in love with the author. It's just a matter of meeting them and having them sign the book or the copy that I have.
I like this example.
So you signed my copy?
Yes.
They approve?
I 100%
I'm very thankful. So we hope you guys enjoyed our story of how we met today.
Please let us know in the comment section if you guys are going through a similar journey, whether it's online dating or long distance. We'd love to give advice. We're here to give advice and listen to you guys.
Yep, we have a lot of advice to give. If anybody wants to ask us any question, don't hesitate to ask by any means.
Yes.
Feel free.
Yeah, so if you guys like this video, feel free to give us a like, a thumbs up, and please subscribe to our channel. And yeah,
thank you guys,
so much, and we love you.
All right, see ya.